Hi, welcome to today's deep dive lessons from Principal's book, Understand Your Nature and the Nature of Others. A big lesson Dalio learned over time was the importance of understanding your own nature. Each person has a unique way of thinking, feeling, and reacting. When people do not understand themselves, they often get stuck in patterns of behavior that work against them. For example, someone who is naturally shy may avoid speaking up in meetings and miss chances to share good ideas. Dalio encourages everyone to take time to study themselves like scientists. He suggests using tools like personality tests, reflections, and feedback from others to uncover blind spots and strengths. He tells a story of how he once believed he was a great listener until a team member told him he often interrupted without realizing it. That feedback changed how he behaved and made him more aware. At Bridgewater, people are not only expected to understand themselves, but also their teammates. This leads to better teamwork because people stop expecting others to be just like them. Instead, they learn to value different styles. A team with a mix of dreamers and detail lovers becomes stronger than one with only one type. Knowing your nature helps you choose the right path and avoid wasting energy on things that do not fit you. Create a machine that works for you. Dalio often talks about life and work as machines. A machine is something that takes input, does some work, and gives output. The idea is that you can build systems in your life that help you get what you want in a reliable way. For example, if your goal is to become healthier, you can create a personal health machine with systems for diet, sleep, and exercise. If something goes wrong, you do not blame yourself, but examine the machine to see what part is broken. In a business setting, Dalio built Bridgewater to function as a decision-making machine. Everyone had a role. The rules were clear, and feedback was used to constantly improve performance. He says that instead of trying to do everything yourself, you should focus on designing and running a machine where other people play their parts. One time, Dalio realized he was spending too much time on operations, so he designed a system where others could manage that part effectively. This freed him to focus on strategy and big-picture thinking. Life becomes easier and more successful when you think of it as building and refining machines. Fail well to succeed sooner. Failure is something most people fear, but Dalio believes failure is an essential part of growth. He says that those who learn to fail well succeed faster than those who avoid risk. Failing well means accepting failure, reflecting on it, and applying what you learn. There's a powerful story from Dalio's early trading years. He once made a bet on a market downturn and was so confident he appeared on television warning of collapse. But the opposite happened. Markets soared and he lost everything. That public failure humiliated him, but also humbled him. He learned that no matter how confident he felt, he could still be wrong. From that moment, he built a system where all decisions were double-checked with others and based on data, not just opinion. That failure was painful, but it made him wiser. Dalio says the worst mistake is not failing, but failing without learning. If you reflect deeply, each failure becomes a gift. With enough of these failures handled wisely, a person becomes strong, experienced, and clear-minded. Hire people not just for skill, but for values and fit. One of the things that made Bridgewater strong was the way it hired people. Dalio learned that skills can be taught, but values and attitudes are harder to change. When hiring, he looked for people who loved learning, could handle tough feedback, and were willing to put the mission above ego. There's a story of a brilliant analyst who had top grades and great technical skills, but struggled to accept criticism. Over time, it became clear that he resisted the culture of openness. No matter how smart he was, he did not fit and was eventually let go. On the other hand, another employee came in with average skills, but high curiosity and a love of feedback. Within 2 years, she became one of the top team members. This showed that hiring for values and fit led to better long-term success. Dalio advises leaders to clearly define the culture they want and hire only those who align with it. Skills can be built, but values must already be in place. Be radically open-minded. Dalio says that open-mindedness is a superpower. Most people are closed-minded without even knowing it. They hold on to their ideas tightly and reject new ones too quickly. Being open-minded means being curious and willing to look at things from other perspectives. It means being more interested in getting it right than being right. Dalio tells a story where he argued with a colleague about a big investment decision. Instead of forcing his view, he asked for a disagreement meeting where others could weigh in. The result was that the team discovered a better solution than either of them had thought of alone. That only happened because they were both willing to be wrong and listen. At Bridgewater, meetings are often full of disagreement, but not in a hostile way. People disagree thoughtfully and use data and logic to support their views. This leads to better decisions and faster learning. Dalio teaches that open-minded people do not get defensive when challenged. Instead, they become excited because they know every challenge is a chance to grow. Thank you for listening, and please like the video and subscribe for more great upcoming content that will put you in top 1% people in the world.